Hi, folks. This is Dr. Kat Schreier, your host for The Water Show, founder of the WaterCitizen Media Foundation. And I'm here with Ingrid, who was in the diversity session with me and also at the lunch we just had here at the American Waterworks Association and Conference Exposition ACE with Jay Moore, who was quite funny.
Excellent.
And managed to work some water stuff in there.
Yes.
He talked about Rio and the Olympics and people, losing a hand if they we're out on the water trying to
We need to go to Brazil to help them.
That's right. So we're all going to go to Brazil. We did we've done articles on a whole series on water in the Olympics. We did on Michael Phelps and how he spreads his fingers when he swims. So you can find that on WaterCitizenNews.com. And the only Olympic medal we won in sailing in 2012 was in the Paralympics. And so the woman was was a quadriplegic, and she actually founded a foundation for people who use electronic circuits, kind of like cochlear implant. Right. And so she was actually able to stand at a wedding because he was able to fire off all. Just once you get the water hook, you can go in so many directions.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we're here to talk about the work that you're doing.
Yes.
So tell us who you are, where you are at, and what your program is.
Okay. Well, my name is Ingrid, and I work at the Santa Clara Valley Water District. I'm very privileged to be here this year again in Chicago. And not only do I work at the Santa Clara Valley Water District in our workforce development unit, but I'm also the chair of Bayworks. Bayworks is a regional consortium in the San Francisco Bay Area. It represents 29 water and wastewater agencies that have made workforce reliability a priority. And so we work together because it's easier to work together than to try to do things on your own. And we work on outreach to the new workforce, going out and making presentations in high schools, in community colleges. We've created a lot of collateral for them, brochures that show them we have a lot of exciting careers in water. A lot of us, I know I just fell into water. I didn't know. I just turned on my water tap and I didn't realize there was a lot of
the dock was slippery and I just fell in the water. Yes.
But there's a lot of people behind that water.
Yes.
And we need them to maintain our infrastructure, to do our capital projects. And so we want to reach out to that workforce of tomorrow so that we can replace our workforce. We have an aging workforce as well, like every industry does. Many of our agencies are looking at 30 to 60% at risk of retirement in our workforce. So we want to make that investment. And so we have a great website that we do for outreach. It's called bayworks.org, and tons of resources on there. We have videos for many of our staff, our mission critical jobs. You can see videos of people, of water treatment operators, wastewater operators.
Okay, so what are those reliable? What are those 8?
The 8 mission critical jobs that we've identified start with engineer, because you're within engineers, and mostly civil, but we use a lot of other engineering, and we showcase that. We need water treatment operators. We need wastewater treatment operators. We need water distribution operators. We need electricians, instrument techs, mechanics, and I hope I'm collections. So okay. I hope I covered 8 of them. If I missed any, you can go on the website and find them all.
I ran out of figures, so I lost count. Now, but a lot of really hands-on kind of stuff.
Yes.
And you talk about printing up brochures and things like that. One of the things that we notice, and one of the things we try to do with more online media and stuff, is recognize that a lot of people in the industry are very visual kinesthetic. We talk with our fans. We like to be hands-on. We're less textual, auditory, and more visual and kinesthetic. Those are the 3 main ways that we communicate. So how do we get people more hands-on?
Well,
so
we really
we're not talking at them or giving them something to read, but hey, actually try this out and make it fun.
Exactly. Well, some of the things that you're talking about, we've actually, if you go back into the high schools, we're losing a lot of those classes, the vocational classes that give the training to the students for those mechanical abilities that you want to have in a lot of these careers. So Bayworks is actually partnering with high schools and community colleges in our area to develop contextualized learning. So we're actually using not actors, just regular old folk like us that are in these jobs to talk about and actually create math and science curriculum with videos. And then it's connected back to the website to say, hey, this is why I got into this career. We also do tours, facility tours. We're actually going to be having a workshop for educators. We're going to take the educators to our different plants to show them these are the jobs, this is why it's important, so that the educator can promote on our behalf as well. The students, they can use our curriculum and really get students excited and hopefully show them how their math and science does translate to real life.
There you go. Oh yeah, what Jay was talking about algebra. You're never gonna use it.
That was a
Teacher
great
anatomy. You're
rendition.
never gonna use that.
Yes.
This again in your life. What's 2A plus 2B?
Right.
Now, so we're focused on the students, but there's also a lot of folks out there who might be changing careers, may not have a job, veterans coming back.
Exactly. So that's the other part of our outreach. We are doing, if you look on our website, it tends to be tailored to people that might be looking to transition into our industry or already in our industry. We are working actually with AWWA on the Workforce Strategies Committee. How do we partner with the veterans groups that are having those transitions from people coming back from the armed forces and show that, hey, there's a great correlation between what they've learned in the military and water. So we've invested a lot of that. We also don't forget about our current workforce. So Bayworks mission is not only outreach, but maintaining that competency level of our current staff. So we leverage and pool our resources to offer what we call a training buffet, which is a one-day conference of different workshops. Some of them count for contact hours, some of them are in leadership skills, and it's a one day where all of our different members, and sometimes you don't even have to be a member of Baywork, can come and get that training. So we're not forgetting about our current workforce either.
There you go. Now, do you have any space online where people can be interacting, typing in their comments, talking to each other?
We haven't progressed to that level yet because we are a volunteer organization, just like many of us. But we do work with consultants, and we're actually going to be launching very soon an interactive platform for resources on knowledge management. How do we transfer the knowledge that we have in our organizations to the people that are coming in? And it's being built. It's called Synapse, and it's being built by one of our consultants to make the resources readily available. Our Baywork website has tons of resources. You could search on there, but it's not always easy to find. If I'm working on how do I create systems to provide a knowledge transfer system from our organization, where do I go? How do I get that information at once? So we're doing that. We also
That's tough. I mean, we've got all this great content. We've interviewed all these great people, and people are like, oh, this is on your website. This is on your website. It's like, I do the website. Okay, I'm here. I'm talking to people, and then I got to go back to the room and try not to fall asleep while I'm trying to get back online to get into redo the website, to upload the new stuff, and it's tough to.
So we're trying to make it so that it's more retrievable. Yeah. We also do have a Facebook account.
Yes.
We'd like to be able to get more people to like us on that, and so it's hard. And the other thing is, there's so many new technologies that the people that we're trying to, let's say the younger generation that we're reaching out to are using Snapchat, Twitter, other things, and it's like, kind of, get into that technology, but we're looking into it.
Yeah, and just, you pick your channels that you work with, that you're comfortable with, driving people towards some central location where you get the information.
Exactly.
And of course, for those of you who may be watching this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, if you go to the watershow.org, underneath got an embedded chat that actually links up with your Facebook also, so you can type in your questions and comments, and then we can get back to you on that. So that's where the engagement takes place, and that's where we really try to have folks chat back with us. And now one of the things we were at the diversity session, and it was very interesting. Very positive. Well, it was Second City. Second City, Dion came in and did a lot of little improv exercises with us to help us to communicate with each other in a fun, engaging way, and sharing who we were and noticing who the other people in the room were. Right? When we talk, with workforce development, it has been in the past in AWS. It was sort of, the diversity group was kind of down the hall, and then the leadership was talking about, oh my God, what are we going to do when everyone retires? And there was that disconnect of, if you want to fill those positions, it's going to be more women and it's going to be more minorities. And the minorities were not going to be the minority anymore. I mean, it's how do we create an environment that really is more inclusive and engaging and welcoming for everyone and everyone's experience. Not just the women and minorities, but that everyone has that diversity of experience, their own story to share.
Well, and it just really dovetails together because when you're in, developing your programs, when you're doing a capital project, you want to make sure that you're covering all the bases. And so you want to have different perspectives. You want to have different types of people on your team. And so what better way than making sure that we're pulling from a variety of sources, people that have had, military experience, people that have private experience, students that are coming in, they all bring, something different. And I just love the fact that, we want to definitely see a nice, diverse workforce in the leadership,
Right.
but it also, translates to just how we do work.
Absolutely. I mean, it's no longer just a PR
Right.
thing. Just like communications is not just a PR thing. This is part of our operations. If we're doing conservation, it is, that creates new water, and that is part of our main. So the same thing with workforce, that we are thinking differently about how we do our job. We did a show recently with City of LA and looked at their work in South Central LA, Crips and Bloods territory, and working with the community and with trust public lands to take their the alleys and redo them in permeable pavement. It used to be very unsafe places to have places where kids could walk through school, where you could have block parties, have the community part of maintaining those areas and keep them as areas that both were community spaces as well as helping to capture and filter stormwater. When it does actually rain in California, you want to get as much as possible, as well as this wonderful wetland park that's right across the street from the school.
Exactly.
Kids were out there reading after class. Mothers were pushing their babies in strollers, and the fountain was also doing aeration, and they had signs of what it was. But it was thinking about the multiple benefits
Absolutely.
that can go on our project.
And that's what I love about Baywork. We have SFPUC as part of that's the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission is part of Baywork, and they have a whole community outreach area. In fact, the two co-chairs of our community outreach committee, Steve Curry and Renee Willett, work in community relations, and they've really been able to connect us with other nonprofits in the town so that Baywork is connecting with them to do research, to do the contextualized learning. It's looking at those opportunities. How do we bring in maybe the underrepresented more into, looking at careers in water or having internships? We've been proponent of that. We have a guide on our website on how to create internships. We basically gathered information from a variety of best practice organizations, and all of this information is free. It's absolutely available to everybody, so we encourage everyone to go to the website and check it out. We get hits from all over the world.
And remind us again, the name of the website is
baywork.org.
Baywork.org. And finally, there has been a trend that we've seen that we do have more minority leadership. We do have more women leadership than we have. I don't think it's really counting them. And highlighting and celebrating that. Sort of there, race blind, gender blind, we're scientists and engineers, we don't really think about that, but what a difference it can make with a community, especially in time of crisis.
Exactly.
To be able to see, we'll talk to folks, it's like, it helps to see someone who looks like me.
Right. It does.
So,
it really brings things
so hopefully, we've tried to capture, connect with women water leaders. We've got the Where's the Women Water Utility Leader Series. We did the Hispanic Water Leader Series.
That's awesome.
Water and Civil Rights Series, and really giving people a chance to get in front of a camera, more than a soundbite, and share their story. What's your story? Where'd you come from?
Wow. Well, I'm first generation here in the U.S. My parents are from Central America. And my mom is from Costa Rica and my dad's from Nicaragua.
Nice.
And all they could tell me was college was the way to go. They didn't know, they'd never gone to college themselves, but thankfully they put that, direction in my sister and I. And so both my sister and I got our master's degrees in our fields. My background is in organizational development and human resources. Worked in private industry, never knew about water. And then all of a sudden I had an opportunity to apply for a job. And even though I've always been in HR, I've been actually on the operations side at the water district, working with the management in capital projects in the water utility enterprise. And it's just been great. I love working in water. I think it's an exciting industry. We need more people in it, and appreciating it, and the new technology that we're developing all the time, because water is life, and we have to make sure that it's sustainable and clean and reliable. And shoot, we need to expand to Brazil. They need to our new
We need to
technology.
get to Brazil. We need to get that to the Olympics. We need to make
Exactly.
sure athletes have deep clean water
Right.
and don't die when they fall out of the canoe.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Isabella. Thank you, Water Citizens. Go check out bayworks.org. Hopefully, soon this summer, we'll be moving out to relocating Water Citizen out to California. That will help with running drive film and work on far from you in the Central Valley with water food security. And looking at some of the issues in that region. So,
We're looking forward to welcoming you, California.
thank you. And if we get to play the little slumber party,
That's right.
hanging out here in front of the camera, and get to hang out with you, and really enjoyed talking with you. And if you're watching this anywhere other than thewatershow.org, head on over there, type in your comments or questions, check out the sponsor videos, and we will see you soon at